believe I missed one pass, maybe.
And for Fernando Quadra
Because I was buying a Dave Richards jersey.
Out there in Brainerd 2 weeks ago.
Welcome in to Pro Stock Friday night, U.S. Nationals. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. Got a big show for you tonight. If you clicked on this video and you realize it is the Mission Foods series from Friday night, not just Top Fuel. But we're starting off with Pro Stock. So here we go. Pretty pitiful camera job there. Sorry about that. 665 with a 4. Very nice night here in Indianapolis. Chris McGahey, one of the Quadras. Guess they've already run the motorcycles too.
There are things that happen in these cars on occasion. It's a classic case of the thing picks up a little power, but now they're getting these grip boats coming back hardly leading Pro Stock motorcycle qualifying, and she's locked into the countdown as well. So a great Friday night for you in the MSR. But yeah, sometimes the things are Pro Stock car, you can lose the game for a weekend, but get it back to that. Early though, David Quadra 671, 204.
671.
Chris McGahey was trying to run the 60.
I really do enjoy NASCAR, and I like it. But one thing NHRA has over NASCAR is time and starting on time. It's 7:30 right now. The Nitro cars are supposed to start at 8, and we got the final thing before Nitro in the lanes running at 7:30. Like that's good. We're on time. We have a PT Cruiser wheel standard. It's going to close it out tonight. I highly recommend also you go check out interviews from today. I interviewed Frank Iconio, working on one of the Quadras cars for the Pro Stock class. Also got to interview the greatest Pro Mod driver to ever live, Ricky Smith. And that was real.
Short time, how about you? 666.3.
666. I interviewed Ricky Smith, and then I am doing the Nitro experience with Dave Richards. So you should go check that out whenever I get it up too. A lot of videos coming from this weekend right here. Kramer and Eric Latino. Derek Kramer, locked, or well, maybe not like locked in, but he's pretty good looking for the countdown so far this year. It's really cool stuff I've been able to do since I started this channel. But the U.S. Nationals, never gets better than this right here. U.S. Nationals. The best. Here we go. .68, both of them, 206 mile an hour. Jerry Don Tucker and Quadra. All right. .665 at 205. Making some good runs tonight. All right, the matchup of all matchups. Uncle and nephew. Jiggy. Looking to take Troy to school here. And Troy looking to show Uncle Jeg that he probably knows a little bit more than Jake thinks he knows. I know it's just qualifying, but bragging rights over a family member is pretty big. I know I wouldn't want to be beat by my uncle. I probably wouldn't really mind it as much if it was Jake Coughlin Jr. doing it, but still, I wouldn't want to go down with my uncle and watch the wind light go on in the other lane, that's for sure. For those of you that are just now discovering my channel tonight, watching this, first off, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you see. I do a lot of stuff. I do more than just NHRA. I love NHRA and it's the main thing. I do no prep racing, some bracket racing. Got a lot of my own car, my junior dragster. Got a little bit of dirt track racing, NASCAR, even some Monster Jam. I know it's crazy, but if it's racing, I love it and I'll do it. But drag racing is the primary thing of this channel, and I love it so much. Looks like Troy got him on the line there. It's Troy down the track too, 664, number one qualifier for Jeggy. But a whole shot for Troy. Eric Anders on the close side, Aaron Stanfield on the far side. Erica with one win this year, 6-time champ. She's as dominant as any driver in any class that I've seen in my life. Before I was born, Force was more dominant. But this year hasn't really been as dominant for Erica. Only one win, like I said. Stanfield on the far side has 3 wins this season. So Team Elite's done very good. I think Jeg's at 2. Stanfield's got 3, Erica's got 1, Troy's got 1. Lord have mercy. All right, here we go. .62 for Eric Anders. to number 1 at 206 mile an hour. Only one more pass, Greg Anderson and 00 Dallas. See if it holds up or if we're going to see another number 1 qualifier change. 00 Dallas earned the nickname 00 Dallas here. A couple years ago, he was 00 every round, and then the final round he went 00 red and runner-up. Greg Anderson, well, I don't really know if he's got a nickname, but definitely considered to be one of the greatest pro stock drivers of all time. Has not won as many as, you know, Bob Glidden or Warren Johnson. Maybe he has won as many as Bob Glidden. I don't think Glidden had 100. Yeah, I think he's probably got more than him. But he hasn't won as many as Warren Johnson. You could say he's racing in a much more competitive time in the Pro Stock Series, though. Hasn't quite won as many, but, you know, the classes, instead of 2 cars can win, it's 9 cars can win every week. Just saying. Sorry for going back and forth so much. I don't want to get close-ups of a bunch of people's faces. Yeah! 62 with a 1. Greg goes number 1. Erica's number 2. It's been since June since I've heard that sound and smelt that smell, but it's time for Top Fuel. Funny Cars, first pair. Here we go. I didn't get to make it out to that. I've been past 2 years. It's an amazing show. I think Bill Bader does a hell of a job doing that. Dale Creasy Jr., the small team, the ones that really keep this sport alive, just like Jeff Gill over there, were able to get the win of 905. Nitro. Great run. You ready for some more? How about this guy on the close side of Chicago, Illinois? It's Bobby Bodie, one of my really good friends. Then the guy that just did burnout is Chris King. Do here. 405 laid down by Creasy just a second ago. Bobby can throw it down sometime. He can run some pretty good numbers. Friday night, first session. Said he doesn't know if he's going to try to make every run. A lot of the smaller teams don't, and that's good. Save a lot of money. You can, you know, conditions are as good now as they're going to be the whole weekend, I feel like. Maybe actually it's supposed to cool down. Might be a little better, but the conditions are really good right now. A little bit humid, not bad. Cool, there's a little breeze flowing through. The sun is not beating down on the track. We actually have the stadium lights on here. That's just what you want. Friday night pass. So we'll see. Lord have mercy, my voice just gave out. We'll see what happens here. $292 miles an hour. Clicked it a little early, it looked like too. Love it. Clicked it really early. Only was going 292. Solid run for the first one of the weekend. Next up. Check this guy out. I got a video with him on my YouTube channel. It's a tour of his Dave Richards in the Bluebird Perp Ford. Then another one of my really good friends right here. The Jim Dunn Racing in the Blaze Dodge. Buddy Hall. I also got a video. I stood in his pits and I filmed him warming the car up. Buddy Hall, his tutor John, awesome people. Dave Richards, Randy, Skag, awesome people. I'm not kidding when I tell you this. These guys are two of the absolute nicest people I've ever met. Went out of their way to be nice to me. Really cool to watch them throw down tonight and run against each other on a Friday night at the U.S. Nationals. We'll see what happens. Ford and Dodge. Time to pull in, go 300 mile an hour. It's going to be 414 at 306 for Buddy Hall. 450 at 205 for Dave Richards. I mean, yeah. Good, decent run for Buddy Hall. Dave Richards got a little bit of room for improvement, but he's got plenty of time. Just letting you know, that pass right there with the clip from that race is going to be in the Nitro Experience video with Dave Richards at Skag Racing. So, go check that video out. Really, really going to be cool. Dave took me back in the pits, showed me around, showed me what stuff did, asked him a few questions. I don't know when that's going to be up because I want to get a good clip. In the Snap-on Dodge, Cruise Pentagon. Neither one of these drivers has necessarily had the year that they wanted to this point. I'm sure a win on Monday here, that could really, really turn it around. And Alexis definitely has the car capable of doing it. Crew's been struggling a little bit this year. It hasn't been really competing on the top level. Cruz, the driver, is still as good as he's ever been. But they gotta find a little bit more performance out of that thing this weekend if they want to win. Hasn't been running terrible by any means, but it's been a little bit off what it was a couple years ago. We'll see what happens here in their first run. There 390 at 325. Cruz Pedregon goes number 1. That was just what the Snap-on boys wanted over there with Cruz Pedregon. 390. Taking them to number 1 qualifier. Perfect. Perfect run. Next up, Paul Lee. I can't even see who this is. Now I can see it. It's Chad Green. Pretty good friends with Chad. Awesome guy. If you ever hear drove in, I strongly recommend going and seeing Chad Green. Paul Lee's a very nice guy too. Got to talk to him a lot in Bradenton Pro Superstar Shootout this February. Both very, very nice people. Ford with Chad Green. Paul Lee's in a Dodge. We're looking at a 3.0 right now. Number 1 qualifier. Are we going to see someone break that? I don't know. That's a really good run out of the Snap-on camp. Bobby Bowden making the trip back. You might see him coming to the front. 4.004 and a 4.02. Both a 10th off of Cruz's number 1. Here goes Bobby. Alright, next up, going to be Daniel Wilkerson. Blake Alexander. See what happens. There's Buddy Hull back. Get ready for tomorrow. Might need to work on our radio in a little bit here. Trying to interview Ron from in the car. All I could really hear was just static. Daniel Wilkerson to the far side of the Skag. Machine, I know, I guess it's supposed to really be a cheetah. It's a Bengal. Hooday, go Cincinnati Bengals. To the close side, very good friend of mine, the Pronto Ford of Blake Alexander, the most recent winner at Brainerd. Blake is hands down had a career year, a couple semifinals. I think he's running up one, and he won Brainerd. Man, talk about a team that 3 or 4 years ago really was not big-time players. Now 7th in the countdown. He told me today they just decided they're going to try to run all the races in the countdown and go for that championship. Heck yeah. Good luck to them. I really like this team. I interviewed Blake and Mr. Ed last year. Awesome people. I texted Blake after he won Brainerd. Love these guys. And then Daniel Wilkerson, part of the Skag camp. They're awesome. Randy and Skag, just like Dave Richards is on his team. Daniel Wilkerson, I guess he's going to try to win the whole damn thing. I'll tell you about that in just a second. Here we go. To the 389, and Blake goes number 1, 327. There you go. Story about Daniel Wilkerson. I interviewed him here last year. I said, what's the plan to win this week? And he said, well, I'm going to win the whole damn thing. Here comes Alexis. Back to the pits. 389 for Blake Alexander. And 327. Number 1 qualifier so far. Edged out Cruz by 1/100th of a second to go number 1. Big time matchup coming up next. Here come all the sportsman winners from earlier today back. And runner-ups, it looks like, too. two snake cars are really cool. And I love the whole throwing it back to Don Perdome, one of the all-time greats. And in the other lane, driving the Pete Chevrolet, the John Force Racing, Fast Jack Beckman, making his return to the U.S. Nationals. It's been a couple years. I think the last time he was in the U.S. Nationals, he's running up to John Force, I believe. Terrible what's happened to Force. You know, one of my heroes. I interviewed him in Bradenton, and it made my year in February. It was just awesome. I love John Force, and my thoughts, hopes, and prayers go out to you. But you didn't pick a bad replacement, I must say. Here we go. Jack goes number 2. Ron surely would have gone number 1, but the parachute came out. That is something. Next up, here we go. That's another really cool paint scheme. The defending champ of the Nitro Fun Car Series here in the HRA, Matt Hagan. Then my good friend in the Toyota Gazoo Supra, runner-up here last year, runner-up in Bristol, J.R. Todd. Brainerd, he blew 2 cars up and ran Ron Caps's car in the semi-final round, got beat by Hagan. Blake Alexander went on to beat Hagan in the final. But JR is kind of really good here. Out of I think he's been in the final round every year of the last 4 years. No, he's been in the final round 3 out of the last 4 years. Won one of them. Won in 2016. And he made the semifinal year. He didn't make the final. Yeah, JR is kind of really good. Matt Hagan, beautiful paint scheme on close up. Here we go. Todd with 396. Woo! Blake's number 1 still standing. Only car to dip into the 80s so far. And speaking of, here they come, right back down, Blake Alexander. Get ready for tomorrow. I'm sure Mr. Head feels real good about that one. We got one more funny car run left with Austin Crock and Bob Taskett. See if either one of those guys can go number 1. I swear we just had a swarm walk down and leave. I don't know why. Here we go. The fastest man of all time ever in a Nitro Fun Car. And the kid who's kind of been kicking everybody's ass this year, Bob Taskett III on the far side. Got the witness history in Bradenton, Florida. He went 341 mile an hour. Yes, you heard that right, 341. Set the all-time record. Who won that race in Bradenton? Austin Crock. Then Austin Crock went on to win in Bristol in June. So Crock, points leader by a lot. I don't even think anyone can catch him, even if they win. Crock is an absolute stone-cold killer when he gets in that car. Pretty good friends with him too. Very nice guy. John Force said Crock's gonna take his place one day. Austin Crock, he's the guy to do it. Bob Taskett over there, don't sleep on it. Really fast like we have established. This should be a good one. Final round of the funny car. 392 for Crock. Taskett gets out of early, 417. Blake Alexander after night 1 is your number 1 qualifier. How about that? You think Mr. Head's satisfied? He might even smile. All right, here we go. Here comes J.R. Todd making the trip back. Time for some Top Fuel dragsters. Experience with him. One of the nicest people out here. Humble team. All about the fans. All about giving people good time, good experience. Going out there and giving it their all. This is Lex June, the Flying Dutchman. Love these guys. Love the never quit on the side of their car. That's a really good description of them. They're a small team, have a really hard time competing with the big time players. They come out any chance they get, give it everything they have. I don't even think they've raced all year, but here we are in the U.S. Nationals, scrapped it together, they got it out, and they're not going to give up. So here we go, Lex June, Ida Zetterson. Lex June goes 4:02. I don't know who this is. Who's that? Hang on, I'll get a name in just a second. Tatum, I think that's Trip Tatum on the far side. Never mind, I don't think I can get a name. Dad's not listening to the radio. A little bit of lightning going on in the background. We'll get this one taken care of when the weather rolls in. But, I don't know. That's Paul Lee sponsored. That McLeod engine. I think he owns that now, doesn't he? Didn't he buy that? Pretty sure he did. Alright. Second pair of Top Fuel dragsters. Under the lights. What happened in the left lane kind of looked like it blew up, but it didn't sound loud. I believe they said that was Crystal Baldwin. Here comes Croc coming back. Here we go, next pair, Top Fuel dragsters. I think that's Sean Reed. For their first time. Hard-working bunch out of Chicago, Illinois. I don't know Sean Reed that well. I've met him before a couple times. Very nice guy. Very nice guy. I met him in Bristol. I think I saw him here once. I'm not real tight with him, but he is a very nice guy from what I've seen. And just given the fact that he's driving a Top Fuel dragster, he must be pretty cool. Here we go. Just walk right in front of the camera, if you don't mind. Here we go. That wasn't a really good video job. There's a bunch of people walking by. The last people that went, they waited and ducked down. Thank you. If somehow you saw that, thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it. Not the greatest run for either guy. Zizzo managed to run a 390, but that's not really what they wanted there. On to the next one. All right. Who's next? I don't know until they do the burnouts, because I can't see. Now I can see a Dan Mercier on the far side. Actually, I've never met Dan Mercier. Small team, they always try to show up. They win every now and then, 51 around in Charlotte. Jasmine Salinas on the close side in the Scrappers machine. Her sister, man. Her sister at Bristol. You know, the rat Ron Torno in the Pro Stock Motorcycle. He had this big rat mascot. Like a mascot with a thing on, like a head thing on, with like a rat. And go up and dance on the starting line. No music, just dance. And then Jasmine Salinas' sister, not Gianna, but the other one, went up and just danced with that rat. I mean, just danced for like 30 minutes a day with the rat. Very weird. Runs 381 from Salinas, goes number one qualifier at this point. 84 for Mercier, not bad. Yeah, she dances with rats. That's basically the story. I don't know who's on the far side. I actually don't. U.S. Nationals always brings in a lot of people. So there's always one or two, sometimes even three, that I'm not 100% sure on the name. But I do know on the close side, this is Josh Hart, the R&L Carriers machine. Fun fact about Josh Hart, with the interviews that I do with the drivers, he's the only one to ever introduce himself on the thing. I don't know if it was I just did a bad job explaining it, or that he likes to introduce himself. I mean, it was fine. I thought it was cool. But I hit record in the video before I could say anything. Said, "Hi, I'm Josh Hart, driver of the R&L Carriers Top Fuel Dragsters." I was like, "Oh, cool." Here's Lex coming back. Barely missed the field. They qualified 18th last year out of the 16. Buddy Hull was 17th. That was just heartbreaking. Here we go. Starts out on the 379. Who was that? Oh, he said Sean Langdon? The car that Sean Reed always drives must be driven by somebody else. Oh, well, the paint scheme, rather, because I guess that was Sean Reed. I sure didn't think. Yeah, that was Sean Reed. I must have made a mistake the first time. Sean Reed runs 379, goes number one qualifier. How about that? All right. Let's get ready for the next one. Chevrolet accessories. Over there on the far side, that's Brittany, of course. Brittany Force. Been in the final round here a couple times. I don't know if she's ever won the U.S. Nationals. I don't think she has. I know she's been very close. So we'll see what happens here with Billy Torrance and Brittany Ford. We got a few more top fuel passes and a PT Cruiser that does wheel stands. And that's it for the night. Here comes TJ. Here we go. Brittany lays it down 374 at 334 mile an hour. Billy, not bad at all, 379 at 331 mile an hour. That is apparently not Sean Reed. So if someone knows who's driving that car, let me know. Leave a comment. Don't insult me, because I've had that happen. But leave a comment and let me know who drives that. I don't want to mess that up tomorrow. Everyone who drives top fuel cars, or any race car for that matter, you know, especially at the top level, deserves to be known, have their name known. I just, damn, that was big lightning. But everyone who does it deserves to have their name known. And I apologize to anyone. Any fans there that I'm upset. Got the Leatherwood distillery car, Tony Schumacher. Direct connect. Just like the funny car, it's Tony Stewart. The Tonys. The NASCAR Tony. One of the all-time NASCAR greats, Tony Stewart. And then the drag racing Tony. One of the all-time drag racing greats, Tony Schumacher. Don Schumacher passed away recently. It's just, you know, I have pictures of me and Don Schumacher when I was a little boy. And Tony Schumacher, one of the nicest guys. If you ever have a chance to go meet Tony, go meet him. Tony Stewart, nice too. Won't do an interview with me, still a nice guy. But maybe the greatest just plain race car driver of all time, probably. He does everything. Here we go, time to see what's gonna happen. Right up on the center line. I don't think he crossed. It was 383 with a 9, and Tony Schumacher with a 489 at 146. So definitely not what they wanted the first night. Tony Stewart, I think they'll take that. I think they were going to disqualify that run because we went back and we watched on the Sunoco Vision thing down there, and it sure looked to me like he crossed. I didn't think he crossed at first, but with that big close-up shot, I kind of think he did. Here's Mercier coming back after that good run. Small team, making real good competitive runs in night one. Gotta love to see that. That's what makes this so awesome. You never know what's gonna happen. It's dark and I can still feel where my hat and sunglasses are on. That's kind of weird. Don't know why I said that. Just figured I would play that out there for you to show how humid it's been today. Speaking of humid, did you just see that burnout? Not putting much heat in the tires at all there. And it's not because he mucked it. They did that intentionally. That's Clay Milliken over there in the RB top fuel dragster. Second best YouTuber on the property. And then AB Antron Brown, the defending U.S. Nationals champion. Then that goes through his Toyota top fuel dragster. Clay Milligan, one of the absolute nicest guys you'll meet. Antron, one of the absolute nicest guys you'll meet ever. Both of them, they need to do a talk show together because they have great chemistry on interviews and stuff. It's just like they go back and forth. They're hilarious. They need to do a talk show. I'm pretty tight with Antron. I know Clay, and he's nice, but I don't think he like knows me. Antron and I are pretty good buddies. We'll see what happens here. Demons at 375 goes number 2 qualifier. Brittany's still hanging on to that number 1. Milliken 381. 586 is the 16th qualifier now. On the far side, and then once again I'll say it proudly, Houday, because that's a Bengal tiger on Justin Ashley's car. Justin Ashley and Steve both, for that matter, awesome people. Very good friends with Justin here at the racetrack. Mr. Bloat at Skaggs taking me all around. I know all the drivers, all of them are just awesome. That whole Skag team. We got to see Justin win at Charlotte this year. We sure had a good time watching Justin Ashley race. So we also have with Steve Torrance. See what happens. Nothing. Both at the same instant just gave out. That was wild. Here comes the number 1 qualifier back, Brittany Force. Cars. Far side, it's Sean Langdon. He applied Innovation in Coletta Air Car. And the both sides, the defending champ. And the points leader, I believe, Doug Coletta. After this, we got a PT Cruiser. He's gonna do wheel stands, and that's it. Here comes Smoke. Back. Let's get ready for tomorrow. Lightning has been going crazy. I think some pretty bad rain could move in tonight. And then tomorrow through the rest of the weekend, it's supposed to be nice, cool. It's gonna be fun. Good times, I believe. Here we go, Coletta and Langdon. Both of them go out the same instant.